Let's talk about the UK Care Visa that is set to end on the 22nd of July of 2025. Is this pathway closed for everyone? Those on study visa, post-study visa, work visa, or people on any other type of visa route and probably would like to switch to care visa route? Do they still have a chance? Is this still possible? And is it something that any one of you in this category can still be able to achieve? Okay, what about those who are outside of the UK and would actually like to move into the UK on a skilled worker visa route? Is this still possible for people like you? And for those who just got into care job in the UK, those who are currently in the UK and got a care job, do they still have any chance of being sponsored by any employer? Let's find out the answer to all of these questions by actually learning what the UK government said about all this in their explanatory memorandum of the Statement of Change. Disclaimer, guys, I am not an immigration lawyer. I am not a lawyer of any sort, and I do not give out any sort of immigration advice. Please, information I share on this my channel here are only based on the research that I did. So please do seek legal advice from professionals in the field for your advices and your guidance should you need their information or their services. I personally am not a lawyer, so you can't use what I've told you here as general legal advice for your situation. My name is Eukaria, guys, and I talk about life in the UK. I talk about immigration, UK immigration system, and I also talk about generally just how to relocate abroad. And it is really good that you're actually here seeing this video here today, because you will be able to get more beneficial information on this channel if you subscribe to it. And while you're at it, please do share so that others would see this video, and I'm sure it's going to be beneficial to a lot of people. Please do like as well, share, and please subscribe. Thank you, my lovelies. Right, so let's get into it. We all know that the UK government released a statement of change on the 1st of July of 2025. So in this particular video, we will be looking at the facts and all the details that are being put out in the statement of change. We'll be looking at the details and facts of everything that are of paramount importance to you that is watching me right now. And the number one, or what we're actually going to be looking at today, is the care worker visa route. We want to actually know if this pathway is currently being closed. But actually, yes, this pathway is actually being closed to further notice. If you actually look at the statement of change, it rightly says that the skilled worker entry clearance application for care workers and senior care workers are being closed, while maintaining in-country switching application for a transitional period until the 22nd of July of 2028. And the particular job that is being referred to, or the job we're talking about here, are jobs with occupation code 6135 and occupation code 6136. We all know these are the care visas and senior care worker visa. So by the word entry clearance, what does it mean? It means that those entering into the UK, the overseas recruitments are currently being closed. And we all have been hearing that it's been closed, it's been closed. Actually, what happens now is that UK government put out an effective date, which is the 22nd of July of 2025. You can no longer move to the UK as a care worker or as a senior care worker or any of that sort. However, what about those currently in the UK? What about them? What's their situation at the moment? Let's find out what the government has actually said. These changes also provides for in-country applications for those switching from other visa routes to continue to switch for a transition period until the 22nd of July of 2028, at which point this occupation will then be removed from the immigration salary list or the temporal shortage list. So if you are in other visa categories, let's say you are on a student visa, you can change to sponsorship or skilled worker route. So from now and from the effective date, which is the 22nd of July of 2025, you can switch till the 22nd of July of 2028. And by then, this occupation will then be removed from the temporal shortage list. What does this mean? Let me explain the connections to all of these and what it actually means. You know that the care visas are to be closed effective from the 22nd of July of 2025. These are for those who are planning to relocate to the UK. But for you that is currently in the UK on any other visa route, you are allowed to continue switch your visa if you want to. Probably you're in a student visa and you want to switch to a care visa or skilled worker route. Yes, you are allowed to do this. You are allowed to do this until the 22nd of July of 2028. And the government said that by then, you can no longer be allowed to do that because they're going to remove it from the temporary shortage list. Does it make sense now? So you can still switch your visa, you can extend your visa, you can change your visa, and you are allowed to do this until the 22nd of July 2028. So, guys, do make use of your time, make use of the opportunity or the time that is left for you to actually do this, okay? Furthermore, there is a clause you need to know or you need to pay attention to. The government says that you must have been legally working for the provider that is to sponsor you for at least 3 months before the date your certificate of sponsorship was issued to you by your sponsor. So, for example, if you are on a student visa and you finished your studies and you graduated and you did all of that, and you have some months left on your visa, let's say you have like 4 months, then you went ahead and got a job, you will be working on that particular job for at least 3 months before your sponsor or whoever you're working for is to issue you a certificate of sponsorship. What it means currently is that you are no longer, or you can't be able to get a job and be sponsored right away anymore. Before, that's what is obtainable, but right now it's no longer obtainable. So now you are to work for that company 3 months before they issue you a certificate of sponsorship. So let's say that this month is the third month you're working for that company. Your certificate of sponsorship date will have to be from next month. So that is what it's obtainable right now, according to what the UK government is saying. How do you navigate around all of these as a student? If you're a student currently in the UK, I suggest that you start planning ahead, study hard and graduate with your set. And while you are at it, close to your close to your graduation, start applying to jobs so that as soon as you are done with your studies, as soon as you're entirely done with school, you will start your permanent job right away or immediately. You will not have time to waste because you don't even have time on your visa. If you're on student visa, you don't have much time left on your visa after graduation. Also, the good thing about planning ahead is that you will have ample time to do many applications and have good job offers, and also you'll be able to have options that you are able to choose from. So it's always good to plan ahead, to start ahead of time. But there are other requirements that you will have to meet anyways. We will talk about the new salary threshold, and we know that according to the UK government, it is no longer £38,700 per year. Now, looking inside the document of the explanatory memorandum that was issued on the 1st of July of 2025, the new salary threshold is now currently £41,700 per year. That means whichever sponsored job that you get, be it in IT, be it project manager, be it cybersecurity, be it administrative positions, name them, that occupation needs to meet the new salary threshold. And also, it has to meet the RQF level 6 requirements. You have to actually meet that as well. Your new job has to meet that as well. Now, for jobs on the temporary shortage list that do not meet RQF level 6, I'll suggest you watch my previous video because we actually talked extensively about that on that video. Now, moving forward, let's look at those who are allowed to bring their dependents and those who are not allowed to bring their dependents. So, the government said workers sponsored in occupation on the temporary shortage list who have RQF level 3 to 5 will not be able to bring dependents. But this rule, according to the government, does not apply to those who are already sponsored in occupations with RQF level 3 to 5, who are already in their skilled worker route and are still able to bring their dependents before the changes come into effect. Also, it does not apply to those with occupations with RQF level 6 or above. So if you are currently on a skilled worker route and you are among those who are still eligible to bring their dependents into the UK, and I mean those who got their sponsorship before, last year, March, when bringing dependents was stopped, those of you who are still in that category, now by this new rule, you have until the 22nd of July 2025 to go bring your dependent, or else you can no longer be able to bring your dependents. And this is what the UK government is actually saying. So I'm saying this to you exactly just as the statement of changes stipulates and as the explanatory memorandum has actually noted. After the 22nd of July of 2025, which is the effective date of these changes, you can no longer bringing your dependents into the UK if you are of a job with RQF level 3 to 5. It is also good to note that this does not apply to occupations at RQF level 6 or above. Those persons are still allowed to bring their dependents. Also, there is one more thing we should be aware of before now. The UK government told employers that they should first of all try and employ domestic workers, and only if they have done that and not succeeded as per the kind of labor that they want, then they can actually go ahead and employ from overseas. However, my dear brothers and sisters, this has been removed. So the UK government says the requirement for sponsors to first try to recruit from pool of skilled workers seeking new sponsorship is hereby being removed, and all applications to which the requirement was applied before is now being closed. So employers do not have that. Now, to summarize what you should take home from today's video. Number one, visa category 6135 and 6136 is being closed. So no more overseas recruitments, no more sponsorship. Number two, if you are currently in the UK, you can still switch your visa, change your visa. You can actually get sponsorship up until the 22nd of July 2028. Number three, if you are a student or in other visa categories and you want to get into skilled worker visa route, you should first of all get a job with a licensed employer and do that job for at least 3 months before your employer can actually issue you your COS, that is the certificate of sponsorship. Number four, if you are currently in the UK and already on a skilled worker route, you can only bring your dependents into the UK up until the effective date of change, which is the 22nd of July of 2025. So these are the summary of the things you should take home in this video. I hope this video has actually helped you clarify things. Please go to the comment section and share your experiences so far. Share how you feel about how all these things that are happening in the UK affects you, and also let us know your hope and your aspirations for the future. You never can tell. You may have someone in the comment section that probably might be a legal professional who may be able to provide solutions or advice to your imminent questions or any questions you may have at the moment. Finally, guys, this video, it's not to scare you, it's not to make you panic, it's not to get you worked up. I put out this video to encourage somebody to do something, to sit up and probably re-strategize on how you can move forward from where you are. Okay, so please do well to share this video to anyone who wants to know what is actually happening in the UK, or anybody whom this video is going to be beneficial to. And thank you so much for actually watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to click the notification bell, so when I put out a new video, you'll be the first to see. Thank you so much once again, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.